Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to some more Terra Nil, specifically for the Vita Nova update. It just came out today, though I guess this is going to be coming out the day after, so it came out yesterday on Steam. I'm very excited for it. I absolutely adore Terra Nil. It's one of my favorite games out of last year, and kind of as always... Oh yeah, we have like... What is going on? Oh, okay. Wait, skip tutorial. I've done this before. What is going on? I've broken things, apparently. They've changed this UI. It looks great. What is happening? I think it's because... okay. I think it's because I had already played this map before, and so it just immediately threw me into the tutorial despite the fact that the world was complete. So, let's take a look at some of these things. Restoration progress. Oh, snap. Okay. I knew this was going to happen, probably. One thing that I absolutely adore about Free Lives is they never ever let their games rest. These are the people specifically behind Broforce, and they were coming up with updates for that game for like a decade. And so when Terra Nil originally came out, it was just like a lot of people were mad because it wasn't big enough, long enough, or anything like that. And I was like, nah, it's fine, it's Free Lives. They're gonna come back and add more, right? I was at 100% last time I played, or like close to. Now I'm at 23%, that's a good feeling. Okay, so we have Abandoned Quarry. I think this is kind of... This is the original start. It looks like I might have to redo some of these, maybe. But yeah, you can see they've added new maps to each of these. I don't think it's like terribly new or huge amounts of stuff, but they've added a bunch. So we're just gonna embark and see how this goes. Okay. Abandoned Quarry. Long abandoned, the quarry has been stripped of most of its rock and all plant life, including forest snags. You need to create new rocks to be a foundation for wind turbines. Dry brush can be set alight to start a controlled burn. Although your task is to plant greenery, rocks are few and far between. Cooling lava rapidly with water can create makeshift rock that is solid enough to support wind turbines. Careful planning is critical for sufficient coverage of electricity to power your toxin scrubbers. Okay. Let's take a look at this. We have some rock. We have some lava. Let's see. Excavator, seismic detonator, so that'll set off lava. So here's the one thing. We do not want to set these off yet. I think we need water going first. Because if I try and set it off too early, we are going to have a problem. I think I'm going to want to put it here. Because now if I set off a seismic detonator like here, it'll probably create too much rock is the one worry. Oh well, let's try it. Worst comes to worst, we undo. Oop. Yeah, there we go. So now we have some kind of convenient, rock, and we'll have to figure out which and what and how we're going to do this. But we have a couple of these all over the place. So let's probably put this here. Yeah, because we want to have it on the higher level. And that'll fill this in, so if we do decide to, say, detonate this area, we can. Not sure if we want to yet. What about this one? Yeah, oddly enough, I'm not sure how much I need to worry about this. Oh, I will over here? Will I, though? It has also been a while since I last played this, so like, be patient with me. I've forgotten some of the mechanics. It was one of my favorite games out of last year, but that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily still apprised of how the game functions fully. I've played a lot of other games in the meantime. Alright, so let's take a look at some of these. So we've pretty much filled this in. Lava or no, I think we're fine. We might still want to set off a couple of these. Let's see. The only immediate problem is I can rotate it. Because, yeah, we've got this big patch here that I'm going to have functionally no power, which is rough. I think I'll put a seismic detonator right here. Here? Because that'll set off the lava, but also give us kind of a water area. There we go. And, I mean, who knows? This whole thing could actually just be a complete wash. But I do like these, like, kind of lava waterfall basins going on. Let's see, what else do we want to do? I mean, otherwise we could actually just start getting the irrigators down. Right, we need these things first, though. Something like that. And once it starts raining, a lot of these problems go away. Which, I might actually want to look at my conditions and see if I can speedrun rain. Okay. So it looks like we don't really have anything apart from just water coverage, which we might want to look into. What is our current water coverage? So humidity affects greenery growth. Let's take a look at this. So we have a cloud seeder. Uses surrounding water and ocean to encourage cloud formation and increase ambient humidity, and then we also have a dehumidifier. Okay, so this is where the seismic detonators are probably actually going to be most helpful. Because that'll get us some humidity. Get another one of these over here. I gotta be a little bit careful. As I don't have much. Okay. So now we have fungi and forests. The problem is rains begin is a lot tougher. Here's a question. I could put one of these down here. Maybe we take it slow. Let's see if I can extend some water up in here. Because this is going to be twofold. One. Yeah. I'll just get one of those. 70% we're probably pushing it and we don't have enough space. Can I actually undo that one? Yeah, I'll leave that off for a moment. We need to go get some other stuff first. Because I need to have just enough that I can get 3 of these down. There we go. Yeah, otherwise I'm going to put myself in trouble. Let's see. Other question is, like, do we have any spots where I could put a humidifier? Because I could put this one here. That's an extra 5%. 4%. And I guess that's not within range. It's fine. Let's see. Seismic detonator. Yeah, I don't have too much. Yeah, I think we're just going to leave it for a moment. Because, like, I could put this over here. but it would leave me with precious little. Might still be a good idea. We just can't afford it. Let's see, 53, 113, 116. I'll go with that. Once it starts raining, a lot of these problems kind of go away. Okay. Just gonna leave that there for a moment. Let's actually undo that one, because I think its placement is insufficient for my needs. Okay. I could get 71. It's not bad. It's not amazing. But I could get it out here and not have enough. What if it was here? 92, that's not bad. I think I might have to start this one over, though. Or we just singularly focus on getting the water. You know what? Why don't we retry this mission? I think I've bungled it. Okay. So, I think the initial water was the correct choice. But I think the big trick is actually getting humidity down. That's only 3% though. That's rough. Let's see. Is that worth it? I don't know, man. Because the other thing we can do is just take a bunch of seismic detonators and just drastically increase the amount of water we have on the map. Which isn't the worst idea. Let's see what we get when I've filled in a lot of this, though. There we go. That gets us a little bit more for comparatively very little. Maybe. What about up here, though? That one's tough. We'll leave it. Okay. Yeah, we're at 19%. I guess the big one would be pop a hole right here. We're going to want access to this. And here. Because that also increases our water coverage. A little. It's not much. Yeah, do I want to do something like that? Yeah, maybe. So it'll be a very good marshland at the very least. Okay, so what we're looking for is prime humidifier territory. Which these very much are. There we go. That should fill that area in. Because, yeah, I can put irrigators and stuff down, but we kind of want to leave... We want to stay away from the toxin scrubbers. If I can get that rain up. I will be in a considerably better position. And not have to spend a ton of money on random stuff. Okay, too close to another cloud seeder, so it needs a little bit of space. But maybe not excessive amounts. I'll take a 4%. That's only 1%. Yeah, the big question here is... Can I do anything with these? Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that 70%. I'll be able to get to 63. But I think we need to, at the very least, have a handful of these going. Otherwise, we're going to fall short of our target. I'll just put it there. We're kind of aiming for maximum impact. The problem is that only pays for the 2 that I just put down. Maybe it's fine. Let's see. I want to say the L-shaped ones are actually better. Maybe. And it does seem to be boosting my humidity a little bit, so green space does count. Okay, let's just put it here. This might end up being a couple. Here's the maximum. That's max value. $75. We don't have any power in there. I could get that there, but... well, I might as well recoup my costs. Okay. There's some other good spots. Because I want to have as little of this, like, orange overlap as possible. Where's the ideal? I'm seeing a 156. I don't quite know what ideal means, but and clearly we're getting it. Let's see. Actually, if I put 2 kind of like along this. That's a solid 150 right there. Okay, what about over here? That's a good spot. This one's a bit tight. Yeah, not quite as good, but we've recouped a lot of our costs. Got a 97 right there. So how do we want to do this? Because I can actually... I don't need water here. We can actually just get a couple of toxin scrubbers in this area and go for peak coverage. Okay, 126, that should be good enough. And yeah, it looks like we are actually going to get the humidity in fairly short order. Let's get another one of these here. One of these here. One of these here. And this should give us 100. We go on to the next tier. Perfect. Introduce finbows, wetland and forest to the quarry. Dehumidifiers lower ambient humidity, but also desiccate surrounding plant life, making them suitable for ignition. Okay. Well, I would normally want to do this. We have just enough that I can get one more of these, which hopefully gets me the point or two. Nope. Alright. Yeah, we also have some T2 stuff. I mean, could I actually? I forget how this works. Okay. It has to be like on one of these. Oops. I haven't exactly set this area up for this kind of work. But we do have, like, an ideal spot for it. And if I do that, there we go. Now we got the rain. Rain is overpowered. It's been pretty hot around here lately. And whenever it gets, like, too hot, we get a nice thunderstorm and it drops the temperature by a good 10-15 degrees. And it is so nice. Oh, we got deer already. I really like this. This is new. So you can see them going up in quantity. So needs space, needs water. Ideal happiness bonus. Soil greenery. I know. We also have adequate, happy, none are sad. I think we're good. I think we just have to wait until all of that rolls in. So we are going to have to do some forest fires. This area up here seems kind of ideal for it. So what do we need? So we need finbows, which is provided by beehives. We need forest and we need wetland. Okay. So solar amplifier. Might be good. We might also want to just put that humidity up by a couple more degrees. There we go. Water lilies blossom. There's also the salmon run. Well, that'll do the trick. Let's just guarantee 100%. It's not too expensive. Okay. We've got animals. Can I close that for this for a moment? So we gotta do we gotta do fire. I don't think we have any random trees, do we? We got a whole bunch of deer. They like it there. Oh, They did a lot more improvements than just regular. Maybe. Okay, research center. Reduces the cost of some buildings, unlocks the ability to manipulate the region's climate. We already kind of had that here. I'm going to put it up here. I think that reduces the cost of these buildings. But it is worth it. Okay, so what else do we got? Still a couple of patchy spots, but those might disappear as we get more rain. I think this area is kind of ideal for a forest fire, like these two bands. We don't have any animals living nearby, so I don't feel too terrible if we give them a torch. So how does this work? Solar amplifier. Focuses sunlight, allowing for the start of a controlled burn. But we have to trigger on stuff. There we go. Valid target. Now, I don't think the fire goes up the cliff. Which puts this in kind of a convenient location for me. Okay. Put that there. Put this here. But yeah, about half of what we need. So if I set this section on fire, we'll get the rest. Maybe. Alright. So that's probably ideal. Actually, if I put that there, and we put this here, that gives us all we need. Cool. So back to this. I guess I'm just going to want to slap a couple of these down in weird spots. It's not perfect, but we are going to need some big-ish wetlands. And I think it only lets me do this in the lowland areas. Yeah, like it won't let me put it there. I wish it would actually tell me. Like, hey, you can't do this. Oops. Well, I guess that messed them up. Let's undo that. Because that was deer habitat. I wish I could undo this one, but whatever, we'll get it later. I'll put it right there. Luckily, I think we've got more than enough supplies for this. This isn't too much of an issue. I got some swans. I think, do we want to just drive these deer out? They're happy, but they do not have much space. Whereas these ones are happy as clams. The other immediate issue is I don't exactly have a whole lot of places for wildflowers here. We might need another burn spot. We don't have any... Oh, this... I mean, this would be a huge place to burn. I don't see any deer hanging out on it. I could. Yeah, the main question is where do we put our wetlands? I think we could put some more there. Just let this burn. Put that there. We might as well spread it out a little bit. Like, these do not have to be massive forest zones. They can actually be just kind of their own thing. We'll have to wait for the next rainfall to kind of fix some of these issues. Yeah, the problem is... the amount of land I have for wetland is minimal. I think we are going to have to evict some of these deer. Sorry, buddies. Deleted from existence. I kind of wish you could actually, like... I don't want to say yeet deer, but if you could specifically, like, pick them up and move them around. Okay, now we've got enough grassland. It went wetland and everything. They're still happy. That one group's gone. These people have, or these deer have plenty. So they need forest and greenery. I don't actually know if this counts. Probably not. Like, that's peak deer territory. Who's the sad... who's Daisy? Oh no, Daisy. Daisy's leaving. Goodbye, Daisy. It is a little odd that the deer don't like the woods. But also, I don't know, there's only so much I can do about the deer there. Yeah, I don't know why they moved in here. Why not move here? Just pick them up and move them around. It's fine. Well, I mean, I could get some more, like, Fimbos. I'll do that. Yeah, because I can do this now, but if I wait a little bit... There. Here comes the rain. This will get rid of all the ash, which I can then use as... peak flower territory. Will it actually convert that dry area? I don't know. Let's just do it. What? The deer are back. Daisy's got plenty of space, but not much for water. Daisy, I hate to tell you. I don't think you're going to get the water you desire. I mean, I could maybe do that. Oh, actually that seems to have fixed the problem. Enjoy your weird locked off land. Okay, what about up here? We don't have a deer population in this zone. So that should put us in a good spot. Perfect. Lastly, build an airship with the recycled parts of your buildings. Attract animal life to be custodians of their restored habitat. Alright, so let's take a look at animals. So we can clean up, but let's take a look at our species for a bit. Animals with all needs met. 5 out of 12. Oh. Wildlife bridges. That's new. Temporarily drives away nearby animals. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so we only have to have 12, but we can have more animals than this. The main question is, what animals do we have in this area? Animals. Cool, beavers. Okay. I love this illustrated guide. It is gorgeous. It tells me nothing. Who is sad? Why are you sad, bear? Pause? Can we not pause? Okay, so what's the issue with the bear? Not enough water, definitely not enough food. Okay, that's a bit better. The water is still a huge issue, though. Or is it? Okay. Did this actually fill with water? I don't think it did. Also, we have 2 populations of bear here. Okay, let's take a look at them. I got slightly more. I do not understand what's exactly going on with some of these things. I mean, I could blow a hole in the forest. Oh. That explains some of the problems. Let's undo that. Let's blow a hole in the forest here. Did that delete the bears? No. Okay, here are the bears. Let's see if I can put the wildlife bridge. Nope. Because this is too deep and there's no way for me to fix it now. Okay, so that gives them enough water. The issue mostly remains food. Is my best the deer up? I'll see what I can do. Oh, now they got space. Space. Their big issue is mostly sheer lack of water. And what I need to be able to do is make... Wait. You can do this? Well, that changes a bunch. Yeah, narrow rivers or cliffs. Yeah, do we have any other unhappy deer? Of course we do. For some reason, deer are just depressed by default. Don't question it, it's just nature. Let's fix this. I mean, the geese seem to be overjoyed. These lads are doing great. What about you, Aster? Okay, those deer seem to be doing fine. What about the frogs? So these frogs... Oh. They need more flowers. That's an issue I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix. What about Dewdrop here? What's your issue? A lack of deer. Hold up. Well, Leaf's pretty freaking happy, so that's a good sign. What about Sage and Star and all this jazz? I think they also need the log treatment. Oh, that's interesting. You can see them dynamically trying to rove to find the best possible spot. And then kind of screw themselves because of a lack of space. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much about these frogs. They got plenty of space, but they don't have plenty of... Try and do that. Is that just enough? No. They need a lot more. We would need a good spot to burn, maybe get some more trees. I mean, like, some of these spots aren't terrible. If I really wanted, I could set a small fire here and extend that. Because what do you need? Water. I wonder if I could actually fire this all the way here. Oh, we got otters. No, that was a mistake that we do not want to do. But yeah, we got otters in the area. Yeah, it should be, or not otters, beavers. I don't know how I ended up with that, but whatever. Who's sad? Eclipse the bear. Okay. Keeps them a bit happier. Like, we're not going to be able to make every single one of these animals happy. That's impossible. But I might as well have, like, an amount of this stuff kind of tackled. So let's take a look at them. Oh, that's... Okay, here we go. Looks like we just need to figure out how to get some more of those. Okay, those bears are happy. I think most of these are adequate. Some more brown berries. Maybe need some more water. But, like, no way we were going to be able to get these to ideal. The main thing is we got them most of the way complete. Now all we have to do is start cleaning things up. Okay, so first and foremost, let's get the airship down somewhere easy. I mean, right here, shouldn't mess with the deer too much. They've still got plenty of space. Okay, we have recycling silos, but we need the drone. Alright, let's take a look at this. So we got rock hoppers to move some rocks around. We've got beacons. Placed on rocks signify an air recycling drone should be dispatched to recycle there. Flying recycling drone. Upgrades your recycling drone, allowing it to access the whole map. Oh, that should be nice and easy. And then I can just start slapping these everywhere. Whoop. Unfortunately, this is entirely reliant on me having possible things nearby. to grab. That's okay. I should probably be using the recycling silos anyway to get stuff out of places that might otherwise be difficult to hoover. Because I think we get all this stuff back. Like, that's kind of the beauty of it. Yeah, what about up here? Well, it looks like we can get both of them. I think I'm just going to start slapping these around. That should be a whole bunch of them. This we might need a... I did put a beacon around here. I'll wait for a bit. No sense being overly exuberant when patience will do. I like all these new updates. They did a very good job with this. Like, it just feels like a better game now. Okay, do I have anything else? No, it's really just this final air beacon, and then I think we're good to go. Alright, time for some blift off. That's a nice looking spot. We do have all these kind of ugly little squares sitting around from where my structures were, but I'm sure a good rainfall will take care of them, and I don't need to worry about it too much. I love open-ended puzzle games like this, where, yeah, there's only a handful of solutions, and, like, I was kind of hoping that this update would have even more. Oh, I see, it's just going to change views a little bit. I was hoping to have even more technology, more options, that you can potentially dig a hole with and get stuck in because, whoopsie-doo, that was expensive. But, you know, if you can figure out how to use all of them, oh man, you can do all sorts of wild things. So, like, I don't know. I still feel like there's so much more that they could do with this game, I think is the real answer. And it's one of those that... Bear that is impaled on the tree and having a bad time. Or actually, it's fine. But yeah, it does feel like they could do more with this just in terms of like playing around with technologies and whatnot. And maybe I just need to see some of the other maps and see the potential for it. But I do really appreciate that they have so much more to do now. That we're not just locked to... What was it? The like 5 hours of gameplay? Now it seems to be much more like a 10 to 15 maybe, which feels really good. Completing that one was 7%. So if each map is 7%, then you would have, what? Roughly about 15 maps. Each map takes about 45 minutes. Yeah, it's not bad. So about 10 hours of gameplay now as opposed to 5. So if you're holding off on this originally because, hey, you know, there's just not enough, let's go for scorched caldera, see how this goes. Yeah, if you're holding off on this because, you know, there's just not enough in Terra Nil, now there is. I think there's still a lot more room for more, and I still think they could have kind of, I almost want to call it a roguelike mode, with procedurally generated maps that, like, kind of mix biomes. Text required and maybe gives you some like, weird upgrades that you pick up over the course of, like, certain milestones. Might be a little bit too gamey, but boy, I think that could be a lot of fun. Anyway, first task is to plant greenery. Cone filters have a good range, and seismic detonators can create new areas for geothermal plants. Excavators may allow you to spread lava to harder-to-reach areas. Let's take a look at this. I have an... Oh, boy. Okay. So we have seismic detonators, geothermal plants. So they give us power. Cone filter cleanses wasteland in a cone shape. That's new. Can be rotated. What is the range on it? No idea. And then we have the transpirator. So it absorbs moisture from surrounding greenery and releases steam when dropped over lava. Must be placed on a cone filter. Oh. So you can move the water to get extra rock. And then we also have a combustor for setting things on fire. Okay, so let's take a look at our requirements. Thunderstorms begin at 100% and also needs to be toasty. So this is going to be interesting. I guess I'm going to get this down now because I want to take a look at how this functions. This is a wheelhouse that I am not immensely familiar with. But we do have these here, so I can make some space for things. And that'll just create a bunch of lava for us. Okay. So we have the geothermal plant. I'm going to say probably the best thing we can do here is probably just start claiming some territory to turn green. Okay, this is actually really nicely organized because you can... It works perfectly for those L shapes for the irrigators. Somewhat. It does take a little bit of finagling, I think. But finagling isn't too bad. 53? 53 is pretty good. Oh, and the scorched areas can be immediately converted. Okay, 121. Should be good. The main thing is, I don't think we're going to have any water on this map. We'll make do. It does actually keep this simpler, which is appreciated. Okay, put that there. These have like a very wide cone, which is nice. That might have been overkill. So we could do something like that. I guess so. Because then I can do that. Yeah, let's just get to the next tier, I think is the easy answer. The other thing to note is that I don't even need to be doing any of this. We've got enough scorched land everywhere. I can just chuck greenery around and legitimately come out on top. Mostly. Let's get a geoplant here if I can. I cannot. That is rude. There we go. Yeah, some of these spots probably a little bit more practical for me to spread some, or to detoxify the land. Like here, for example. Yeah, I could do more with that. I don't really need to. About here. I mean, I guess I can blow a hole in that. Put another generator here. Clear up that area. There it goes. Let's do that. Because yeah, no sense wasting. We're getting more setting up around here. 150? Sure. Like, what about over here? I guess we could get one more of these. See, I can be kind of patient with where I put these. So here's the question. What do we want to do from here? Because, like, I could extend a bunch of these all over the place. It's not that insane. And only costs so much. Do that, because this is prime real estate. Because we only need to be able to... I almost kind of wish these would come in a diagonal. Oh well. 137? Yeah, we only needed to get it up to 100. Oh, come on. It's fine. We're golden. There we go. Alright, 103%. Complete this phase by creating bamboo and tropical forests and lake vegetation. Transpirators are available to raise humidity, but they require a monorail network to drop their gathered moisture into a lava. Okay, so we got some options now. First and foremost, oh, do we not have the research? Yeah, we don't have the research thing. So, Percolotrium creates lake vegetation from nearby tropical forests. Mini bamboo nursery. Shade cloth pillars. Rock. I actually don't know if we need to be flopping rocks anywhere. There's like this one thing in the center. Silly as this is, I think we are actually going to flip a rock to the center. Might have needed more than that. Here's the other question. Okay, these can go wherever. So the big one is we need to hoover up some moisture. We also need to raise the temperature. But I think a number of these things do that. Not really, actually. Okay. Well, all things considered, let's get the monorail network down first. Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to flop another rock or two. Let's do that one. Okay, we can now connect to anywhere, kind of. Please connect. Thank you. Alright, hoover that up. And put it here. Oh, did it? Does it actually, like... That's interesting. Oh, and it uses... Okay. These are important things to note. I guess I'm going to destroy this whole area. Because this is going to turn this whole area rocky. Which is... interesting. I don't know. I actually really dig this on a conceptual level. Earlier, I guess I had said, like, hey, it feels like it needs more. I think I'm finding that more I was looking for. Okay, let's connect a couple more of these. Looks like the monorails actually have some more reach than I thought. Okay. But yeah, let's keep raising this overall space. And immediately just chuck it over here. Let's see. Another one? I don't know how much it's actually hoovering resource-wise. It seems like it might be 5% per. Which is a question. That was 7% right there. So here's the beauty part. We got another one of these, yeah? Bada boom. So that should create another lava zone for us. We're probably going to turn too much of this into rock, but whatever. Yeah, cloud forest, migratory birds. Part of it is also this keeps most of the damage around, and we can potentially start lobbing a lot of these rocks elsewhere later. Okay. Looks like I'm going to need more monorail nodes. Sadly, I'm going to have one right here for this. Now, water lilies blossom. We have water lilies? News to me. Okay, just figure out what would be within monorail distance. This would. Oh, okay. So is it all 91%? Yeah, it looks like it. So now we potentially have cloud forests. I'm not exactly giving myself much leeway for this. What's it at 98%? You know what, actually? The remaining percent we can probably gain by just putting this stuff down. Let's just do that. All right, so we're 99. Mini bamboo nursery. Yeah, let's just do that. The problem is I'm going to have to raise the temperature. To do that, I think I'm going to have to set a fire. Oh, it does require some power. Okay. Must be on low ground, eh? Let's take a look at this. What is even going on here? I guess I'll do that. Oh, this one over here is perfect. Kind of? It's kind of perfect. What about here? That one's not bad. That's a positive. Do that. And we have some level of rockage. Just going to toss a rock closer in. Let's see. Gonna set this up here. Oh no, it has to be in the lowlands, so we gotta put it there. I'll get us a little bit more. And then we can flip rocks from here all day. There we go. 6 degrees. That'll get us 2 degrees. Can't do anything with this. But if I flip a rock... Interesting. No valid target if I do that. That seems to be valid. Oh, too close to another combustor, so I can't do that again. Well, one other option we have is actually just doing a salty run back here. That's 6 degrees. So that means the 2 degrees I gain from that gives us thunderstorms. There we go. Pays dividends. And all we need to do is figure out how to get some more bamboo nurseries. Guess that ground ain't low enough. Sure, we'll get it there. I guess we gotta wait for a bit. Hey, and this whole area is turned into actually a nice little spot, actually. So I need tropical forests, bamboo, and lake vegetation. Well, that would be what this is for. How does this work? Oh, but we need tropical forests. Okay. That should connect. There we go. I guess we have to make sure it connects better. If it ain't getting me points, then it's not enough. Okay, so now if we go back here, yes. Now I can get some serious lake vegetation going on. Okay, the other thing I shouldn't discount is we need to get the bamboo growing before I go too far. Guess that ground ain't low enough. Not you? Alright. Nice part is we've got a ton of resources. So we can kind of just get these bamboo everywhere. The main fear is if there's animals with, like, weird requirements. that I'm not aware of. Because that can be a bit tricky to work with. Oh, it's gotten warm enough that we have dragonflies now. Put that there. I guess we do actually have a little bit of... Let's do that. This area is still mostly just rock hell, but, I don't know. Okay, so let's take a look. I guess the one thing to note is that I don't have to have one big rainforest. I can spread these out a little bit. Nah, yeah, sure. Okay, and then all we need is one more of these. 62? Yeah, it should be good enough. Make the caldera more hospitable to local fauna and recycle your buildings for an airship. Alright, so we've got unhappy parrots. What do you need? Space. No buildings. No buildings. Does rock count? Nope. All right. Oh, it needs to have no buildings. Let's just take a look at some things. So the big one is... just going kind of hog wild with a bunch of these logs. We'll figure out what they need at a later date. Because my logic is... Alright, I think we already had one there. Whatever. My logic is, if everything has kind of connection points... Maybe not that one. So what do the pandas need? They need food. They need bamboo. You happy now? Oh, they're happy now. What about these? I think the big issue is mostly just space needs no buildings. Does that... Oh, that might even mean those things. Okay, the frogs are happy. What about the pigs? Pigs need food. Pigs need tropical forests. Okay, that's a little bit better for them. Let's put it right in the middle of their territory. Oh, I think Dahlia's gone, but that's fine. So they need more tropical forest. But I think what they also need is just logs so they can get places. Maybe. It doesn't help that their chosen territory is kind of nonsense. But who am I to judge? Okay, Primrose is unhappy because lack of water? Take a look. Like, after a certain point, I don't know what I can do to help these critters. Okay, well, we should probably get this down and start poking at some things. I'll put it here. I don't think there's any critters that are real mad. Okay, what do they want? And not enough food, not enough space. I mean, another one of these down. Get some more bamboo. Somehow they didn't like that. I don't know. Okay. That's Jaguar lacking food again. I mean, like, I could put a big excavator down. I could try and, like, blast a hole in things to create some more water. I think they're gone. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it now. Jaguars are picky little dudes. Not much I can do about it. Alright. What about them? Oh, well, now they're happy. I guess I just needed to blow a hole in the forest, and we'd be good. So, next order of business, let's extend our monorails, piss off the parrots a bit. That's okay, they deserve it. And then we just start mailing everything home. Okay, that was unnecessary. We didn't need that. Let's see. Okay, recycler station. That right there. And yeah, let's just hoover some things up. What else do we have? Recycling silos. Probably a good idea. Bring some of that a little bit closer to home. Because I think these have pretty large AoEs. No, that's about the same. So I'm not actually sure if I need the ability to hoover things up exactly. Or, sorry, I don't think I need the building to do the hoovering for me. Let's start aiming for some of the extremities. Okay, no. This one is helpful, because we had a couple of things on the periphery. Oh. Maybe that's how it works. I don't exactly remember how you hoover up these, because it wasn't letting me take that one. We'll just see what happens. I think maybe just our monorail is busy. One step at a time. The problem is I also cannot see it in action. Okay, new animal species has appeared. Oh, you know what? Is this the issue? Yep. The issue is I didn't actually connect my own recycling setup to the monorail system. So we're just sitting here waiting for it to go. Oops. You know what? We can also speed up our vehicles. Oh, so they don't actually have to make the return trip. That's weird, man. Okay. Yeah, so we just send them out, and then they just cleanly delete themselves. I'm gonna preemptively build one of those, just in case. Let's see. Build one of these, but you might want to... This is slightly out of range. Okay, keep grabbing things. Suppose so, no reason not to. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else hanging out there. Most of my animals are reasonably happy. Everything's looking good. Just eat the rest of the network. Everything should be good. 45 degrees Celsius, though, is really hot. I guess it is the rainforest. It does kind of make sense. Like, that's... Wait, am I misremembering this? Yeah, it's... for those of us that still use freedom units, that's like 115 degrees, give or take. This is very much the you don't want to be outside territory. Is this really how hot it gets in the rainforest? Or did I somewhat consign these critters to a life of cooking in this forest? I have no idea. Well, it's probably fine, maybe. Good, we don't have anything left. Everything looks good and cozy. I'm so glad that they came back and expanded this. I knew they would, too. Like, I want to say, like, it's not a topic that really should be tied to Terra Nil, just because it's such a lovely game to begin with. But there was some kind of level of, like, consternation against it back when it launched, because, yeah, once again, it didn't have a whole lot of content to it. And there was kind of that feeling of, like, don't pass up on this game just because it seems like it doesn't have enough content. There's nothing quite like it, and it is just such a joy to play. And even replay. Like, this is the kind of game that I could see myself coming back for a replay every, like, 2 years. Maybe a little bit longer since they've added more content, but, you know, its original launch version. It just come back for a replay every once in a while because the mechanics might not be as fresh, but the vibes, you've kind of built that... how to describe it? You've built up your interest to want to experience it again. I'd say it's kind of the same vein as like Hollow Knight. Like, you're never going to rematch, or you're never going to match your same experience playing it through that first time. But coming back to play it again and again actually feels fairly good if you give enough time for your interest to go back up again. And so this is definitely one of those kinds of games that, like, sure, it might only, you know, take a couple hours to get through the initial version, but once you have it's a game that you actively will want to come back to over and over and over again in a variety of ways. You know, just playing around with it. Every time you load up a map, it's slightly different. It's not like you can do the exact same methods every single time. And also just, it's such a lovely, just a little moment, a little break from whatever is going on. With just extremely peaceful music. It's weirding me out that the frogs are on the surface of the water. I guess the frogs have become deific in whatever future this is, which amuses me to no end. But that, you know, now that they've actually come back and added all of this extra content, I feel a little vindicated too. Whoop, we just got a bonus flamingo. That, like, yeah, I kind of figured that this was going to get a major update at some point, adding so much more to it, and I'm glad it did. And I legitimately, truly hope that it gets several more too. Just because why not? Again, there's nothing quite like it on the market, and having a bigger and better version of Terra Nil, you literally cannot go wrong with that. And also, like, once again, wouldn't mind paying for some DLC to keep them going even further. Or, once again, that roguelike mode. Sorry, I'm obsessed with the idea of it. Maybe I shouldn't be. But, with all of that said, if you want to pick up Terra Nil, it's available on Steam right now, and it should be on sale as well, like at a discount. Let's see, it is normally, yeah, it's normally 25 bucks. It's down to 15 at the moment, and should be that way. It says offer ends June 27th, but I wouldn't be surprised if that sale doesn't immediately pop back up again for the Steam sale. So if you catch this video a little bit later, I think 15 bucks is more than worth it for what this is, especially if you've got somebody to share it with, too. But with all of that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Kind of unfortunate that we have that final little, like, AoE UI going on, but whatever.